So, would you agree to a $5 a month increase in your property taxes to help address homelessness in Dallas County?
$10 more a month would increase child care scholarships for those who cannot work right now because they simply can't afford daycare. Both of these proposals are before Dallas County Commissioners today. And Fox 4's Shaun Rabb joins us live now with more. Shaun.
Yeah, hello to both of you. Listen, the County Commissioners Steering Committee, which really all the commissioners except the judge, heard people today say, let the voters decide. Put the question on the November ballot for property tax increases to address child care assistance for those who need it, as well as helping the homeless. In fact, Housing Forward and the All Neighbors Coalition has a proposal that they've put forth called the Homeless Response Tax. It amounts to about $60 a year in property tax increase, $5 a month or so. They said it would create, though, millions, $95 million to $100 million in a revenue stream to get homeless out of encampments, off street corners, into shelters, and over time, into housing. Then there were another group of voices today talking about child care assistance. The business community says it supports the United Way in its effort to get child care assistance for low and moderate income families because they say the high cost right now of child care. I want you to listen first to Housing Forward talk about the homeless problem, then those wanting this property tax increase to create child care assistance scholarships for families who qualify.
We continue to have a funding gap that's creating a bottleneck and pushing people onto the streets. There's 11,000 households that need an intervention each year to exit homelessness. And despite the fact that we've built the capacity of our system to address that need, over 40% are not getting the support they need to quickly exit the system.
Well, we see a big need right now with childcare locally and folks that want to work but aren't able to do so because they don't have access to childcare.
It is the kind of issue that affects all of us. It has a regional economic impact. And so it's something that's why we're interested in it and that's why we're wanting to expand it for here in Dallas County.
Now, Dallas County Commissioners showed sympathetic interest, but also showed concern about raising taxes. I want you to listen to Commissioner Dr. Elba Garcia and John Wiley Price talk about their tempered response to these advocates and their supporters today.
What are your concerns about all we heard this morning, the homeless and
taxes, taxes, taxes? I mean, we can't tax our people, in the oblivion.
Some of my concerns also is who's going to manage these programs, right? Dallas County, at this point, I don't think we have the infrastructure to do it, and none of these proposals really tackle that part either.
In addition, Elba Garcia told the packed court if both of these initiatives were on the ballot and passed, coupled with the tax increase for the Dallas ISD big bond of $6.2 billion that just passed, the average homeowner would see an increase in their tax bill of about $247 based on just these three pieces. It has nothing to do with appraised values going forward. Still, both groups today said that 60% of the respondents to their survey said they'd be in favor. They'd be willing to pay the $5 or $60 a year for helping the homeless, or $10 a month, roughly $120 per household per year increase to assist in child care. Still, commissioners were tempered about the idea of placing these on the November ballot. They don't have to make that decision until August. Between now and then, there'll certainly be a lot of lobbying from these two groups trying to get their proposals in front of voters.